Hello, well hi there. Well hey guys, do you ski a lot, snowboard a lot, but you still pay for someone to wax your skis or boards? Well, I can show you my rig. It's pretty simple and how I do it. You might save a bit of money for those expensive ski passes that you have to pay for. Well, let's get into it and show you how I've got my rig set up to see if that might inspire you and you might like it and you might want to do it yourself. Because all you need to do is play your best tunes, have an hour up your sleeves and enjoy and get some of this nice finish. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the rig. It's made out of a plank of wood at the bottom and sides, anchored with these corner pieces. This is not my own design. I got this off the internet. I'll link in the description the guy that I've seen this and I got inspired from, and then I built my own. So the length, if you're interested, just under 1100 mil, height 300 mil, width of the board is 180 mil, and the thickness is 40 mil. I didn't glue it, I just used some heavy duty, very long screws. Then I made these two cuts. The ski will sit in here, or the board anchored down to do the edges, and I've got some rubber feet here for the ski or the board to sit on top of it, not to slide back and forth. So then I've got these straps, and I use this to anchor the ski to the rig so it doesn't move back and forth. Just for the sake of it, the ski will sit in these channels there. I would use these straps to go around the bindings to hold it down, and this strap holds the brakes, will hold the brakes up there so I can work on the edges. And then for waxing, again, the brakes will be down like that. The rubber will help with the ski not moving. Technically, these are optional, because once you've got the rubber bits here, the ski will very hard to get it to move. But maybe when you apply pressure here at the front, it might lift. So maybe that's when that will come in handy. So I'm using that. All right, so that's the rig. I've used it for a couple of years now and works really well. Other bits I use an iron. This is probably the cheapest iron I could afford at the time, and it still works, so I'm not going to change it. It's easy to pack it. If you want to take it with you, it becomes really thin. And you've got a temperature control here, dial, and it's nice and smooth. It's not pointy like an iron, so it works well. Different types of waxes you might use. A couple of different scrapers. That one has got a corner here to clean the edges, the wax off the edges. And then I've got a tool for edge sharpening on different angles. This brush, just plastic, and that's the brush. That's all. Alright, so I lock the brakes into place, wraps around the binding, and that won't go anywhere. Anchor it a little bit that way, a little bit with the front one, and then I tighten them both. So technically the ski can't go anywhere right now, it's really anchored down. Yeah. Next step is giving the ski a good clean. I use this metal scraper to scrape any old wax. Check for damages. Pretty smooth. Now the snow was pretty good last time I went skiing, so I didn't catch any rocks. I use a little bit of water just to give it a wash, give the base a little clean, but I wipe it dry. This is the wax I've got at the moment that I'm using. Got the iron is set at 110 degrees, but can go up to 120, 130, depending on the wax. Just make sure it's covers the base. All right, that's plenty for one ski. Might not look like much, but it spreads really easily. Don't leave the iron on one spot for too long. You're going to damage the bases. Try and keep it, do everything from the top to the tails. Just sort of slowly. Then when you go the second time, it will be way smoother. Getting the tips as well. And then moving back, don't apply too much pressure, just go gently to leave a layer of wet of like a palm behind. That just means I'm doing it right. And move consistently. Going one more time. I go a little bit slower because the iron cools down as you move along. So far, perfect layer. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Back to off, and I'll let it cool down. I'm gonna move on to the second ski. So now that's done, I'm gonna leave the ski aside to get to the room temperature and do the same thing with the second ski. Done. The second ski is waxed too. I'm gonna let it dry, get to the room temperature. I'll check to see how the other ski goes, if it's ready for scraping yet. Okay, last step now, I have to scrape all the wax off, brush it all off, and then clean the edges and the skis and do the water test, see if I've done a good job or not. This is the scraper I use. That corner there to clean the wax off the edges. I scrape from the tips to the tails. I always overdo it. I always put too much wax. We all do it. Most of us anyways. Okay, that's pretty good. And now the brushing. So I use this brass part of the brush. So now I use the corner of the scraper to scrape the edges to get the wax off if there's any wax on the metal edges. There's not much on the edges this time. And the water test. Let's see how good or bad of a job I've done. There's actually some channels. They're very fine, little grooves, little channels, the whole width of the ski to allow the water go. So I'm just going to put a drip of water. See what happens when I lift the ski. Is it going to slide? Whoa! All off. And yes, it did. There's no water left on the ski at all. And that's how I wax my skis. Do yourself at home. Save yourself a few dollars, especially if you ski every single season and you go a few times every year. You have to wax the skis. Maybe after every 3 days of skiing, I wax them again. You might save yourself a few dollars, and it's just this. I enjoy doing this. So just play some music in the background. Do it. Be in your own mind. Think about skiing and do it. All right. See you guys on the slopes.